Hello everybody and welcome to another casted game. Spawning in on the left side of the map we have AOM Matthew playing as Odin. Spawning in the other side of the map we have batu playing as Zeus. Alright, so we have a pretty top of the table matchup here. We've got, on the left side we got AOM Matthew, who is sitting at just about rank 100 right now, and then we also have on the other side Batu sitting at about rank 120 on the ladder. So very high stakes matchup. We've got Norse versus Greek, very common matchup. Odin versus Zeus, pretty much the premier inside of those areas after the Hades nerfs. So this should be a really fun matchup. Let's take a look at the map here, see what sort of relics we have. Marsh, a lot of relics in the middle. Black Lotus, S tier relic. We got the farms, transitions, great one there. Scarab Pennant, crush damage of close range siege weapons and myth units. Could be pretty solid in this matchup. Odin's Wand. Oh, what does this one do? I forget this one. Temple Improvement's cheaper. Pretty solid. We've got over here Bow of Artemis, great one there. Reduce cost for your ranged units. Yep, that's what that is. I'm quizzing myself a little bit here. I want to remember these. Thundercloud Shell. I think this is Pierce resistance of some sort. Pierce armor of human soldiers. Love that. And then Copish of Horus. Something to do with hero damage. Heroes to myth units. Alright, so we get a multiplier on the heroes to myth units. So pretty decent relics. The only really S tier one we see here is Black Lotus. But I do think that Bow of Artemis is also a very good relic. So let's go ahead and ride along with Matthew here, and let's see what's going on. So, pretty standard opening. We have been seeing this a lot more, getting 3 dwarfs out early. I casted a game before where they had 5 out in the Archaic Age. That seems a bit excessive. 3 seems to be the sweet spot that most people are going with now on the ladder. Gets you a decent temple timing, gets you good gold after you advance, and then you're fully efficient because you're not putting any villagers onto gold. So I do like that. 2 on wood. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be dumping everything else on meat at this point, just scouting around the map. Pretty standard opening from the Odin player, nothing crazy, and no fast rushes going on. So let's check in with Zeus and Batu. Pretty much all out on meat. A lot of meat gatherers here, just 2 on the wood, 1 on the gold. I think he had 2 on gold, and one of them is building a temple. So getting probably a bit faster of an age up. You can see already have all the food that he needs. We'll see if he ticks up right away, and he does. Okay, so we've got Hermes coming out, maybe some Centaur rush here, something that Norse specifically is difficult to deal with because your hero units, your only available hero unit, wow, that was really nice and smooth. Love seeing things like that. That's the top level player difference, saving that extra time, moving the villagers through the TC instead of walking around. Love that. But it is difficult for the Norse to deal with the Centaur spam because their hero units just can't catch them. It makes it very difficult, so that does look like what we're seeing. Let's ride back over with Matthew, see where he's going. Getting the temple up. Got enough food for the age up at this point, so it looks like he's going to be clicking up. Just 1 more dwarf coming out before the age up. I do this a lot on Thor, and it's basically because it does, dwarfs don't cost food. So you save up your food, and you can get your age up a little bit quicker, and get your dwarf out for your classical age changes. So Raven's going out on the map, has scouted out a few relics here. No moves to go for the relics yet. We'll see if anything gets picked up early. There's a couple of really good ones, but even the farm relic, it's not going to give you any value early, so maybe we won't see a rush. Let's check out with Batu and see what we've got going on because the age up has come through. We do have centaurs out. First one's going out on the map, second one in queue. Only 2 villagers on favor, and it looks like that's enough to get the second centaur out right away. That's pretty quick, even with the Greek nerfs. Greek favor production, just incredible. So that centaur coming out. We'll see if he gets any damage on the map. We'll go blind here. Let's check out what Matthew sees. Got the Hearser out, just standing guard on the hunt. Knows there's a centaur coming. Nothing crazy, not going for any relics, just hanging out here. Centaur should be arriving pretty soon. And we do have the Ravens scouting out, and there's the age up. So here's the Centaur just in time, and we have the heroes here. And you can kind of see why the Norse can struggle with this matchup because what are you going to do? He's just going to run away. So we're getting some infrastructure up. 2 Great Halls. Great Halls are great. And they are hulls. But we can get horsemen and we can get our Hearser out from the Great Hall, which are 2 of the best units early on for the Norse. Get the Valkyrian up. Maybe we won't get the Valkyrian. Man, Bolt is just, it's something else. We got Copish. Heroes do more damage to myth units. Pretty good snag early on. Ravens going around. Looks like 1 Raven did go down. Other Ravens still scouting out. Picked up that relic. Not looking for any more yet, even though he does have him scouted out. Just keeping the army nice and tight. Building as much production as we can. Got the longhouse coming out, centaurs coming in. We'll see if he tracks it. He does. He's ready for it. So these centaurs not going to be able to get in, just sending out the Herser proactively. Not even getting the special attack out. And it looks like we're going for a Herser raiding cav combination. This is a really good combination, especially if you have the Valkyrie, because you can heal up those raiding cav. Spotting out of Artemis. I don't know that that Matthew's going to go for this as Odin. Not a ton of value there, but he may want to deny it. And a Raven coming out. I got a sense we got a forest fire coming soon here. So just building up infrastructure. I would like to see these houses actually around the towers, even though we're not getting the upgrade here, just to keep them safe if you do need that upgrade. And here comes the Ravens, so I'm going to go ahead and guess we've got a forest fire coming. Can't imagine we don't use it. This is what it's for. We'll see. Yep, there we go. There's the forest fire. So a little bit of damage. Woodline's going to completely disappear. Villagers got to move elsewhere, and it looks like that storehouse will also go down because of this. So nice forest fire. You know, pretty good use out of a C tier god power that we get inside of that age. Pretty solid army coming out here. Let's ride around with Batu. Just the scout suiciding, committing seppuku. Okay, so scout's dead, forest going down. What kind of army are we working with here? Pretty much just centaurs, heroes, and cavalry. The tough thing about the Greek versus Norse cavalry is the Hippias, only 5.5 speed, whereas on the side of Matthew's raiding cav, who are already out on the map, 6 speed. Much faster unit. Nothing that the Centaur nor the Hippias can do to catch this unit, so we'll see if he gets any effective raids. Raven just scouting out the rest of the map. We're looking for a raid here. I imagine that that Batu's looking for a raid of his own, so we'll just see what we get with these raiding cav coming inside of the base. They are really good at this purpose, just raiding around. Name fits the description. Found the new woodline. Villagers freshly put here. Get a little bit of a surround. Very nice from the raiding cav. I think he might get 2 villagers here. We get 1. Do we get 2? We do get 2, and now he's going to get on out of there. Perfect raid for Matthew. Not going to lose a single unit, it doesn't look like. Looks like they're all going to get out of there as long as he keeps running them away. Raven scouting out above. Imagine they might snipe that, but you can see the Centaur, the Hippias 5.5. They can't catch these raiding cav. They can just come right on out. And we actually see walls coming up for Matthew. We don't see this much. I really feel like Norse is the only civ we see significant walling. I do like it, though. I mean, it's pretty cheap. They don't stop a lot of pressure because it doesn't take long to take these down, but those extra couple of seconds you save can make a big difference. Let's see what Batu's looking for. We don't see any age ups coming in yet. We just see military production, heroes, horsemen, centaurs coming out on the map, continuing to make those, still making centaurs. Looks like the storehouse did survive, and nothing crazy going on here. We don't see any inklings of aging up from either of these civs. He does spot out the walls are being created, so he's going to tear through those base ones right here, get 1 unit kill. We might have a little bit of a scrap going on, but I actually do think that Matthew's army is pretty good here. The only thing is these throwing axemen really aren't going to do much. Would like to see a couple pikemen out, but maybe he didn't know that we had horses coming. And there's the centaur special attack, and the raiding cav coming from behind. Blocking off the centaurs. We got a nice fight here. We do have a couple pikemen out. More coming out. Or herdmen, not pikemen. And there's the ceasefire called. That's an interesting ceasefire. I don't know that that was totally necessary. Could have probably just run away, and only the raiding cav can really catch up to you. Usually we see that if an attack from another angle is coming, but maybe just didn't want to take that fight, get that ceasefire out. And now we have to start wondering, is anyone going to be looking for a heroic age? We'll jump on over with Matthew and see what's going on here. Food not stacking up at all. Doesn't look like he's going for a heroic age. Looks like he's trying to get those walls up, running the units on the walls so they can't be built, and we're going right back to the action here. Got to spread these units out. Don't want that centaur special attack to knock down all your units, and that's a pretty good effect of the special attack. A little bit of an engage here. Centaur's kind of getting stuck. Using their special attack, this fight looks really good for Matthew. Getting even a flank here with the Herser to take out some of these Centaur. And this is going to be a complete wipe, it looks like. The units here, just way more here from Matthew. I'm going to get a quick screenshot of that in case we need it for our thumbnail here. But that's looking really good for him. Reinforcements coming in, but actually it looks like maybe Batu's units are stronger. We do have Centaurs still running around. It looks like it's mostly going to be a cleanup, and I am surprised that that Batu took that engage. You know, it looked at the start that he didn't have enough units. Turned out to be right. He's fully retreating now. So let's go back to his base. Do we have another army here? We can zoom back out, get the big zoom all the way out. No tower upgrades, no real safety inside of this base right now. Not even sure why he's going back out. I guess just trying to see if they're building anything, but these units are going to be in danger, and this is looking really good for Matthew here at this point. Looking really good. We'll check in with Batu's base, just on the wood, on the gold, almost out of these safe meat sources, you know, running low on pigs, running low on chickens, maybe a farm transition coming he's thinking about. We have the berries, that's it, but need to get those units back on production. Pegasus Scout coming out, seeing the villagers, so he was trying to harass those, but the army's nearby, and this army is just massive for Matthew. Completely collapses on the centaur. Love that. Really good micro there, and you know, you can see the effect of this pressure. We've got villagers out doing nothing from Batu. This is a top 150 player. Villagers idled out because of the pressure that Matthew is putting on him. So really strong things here. Yeah, just no food production going on. We've got all these villagers doing nothing that are supposed to be getting food. Finally realizes it, gets them onto the berries, and we're looking out again, really trying to deny this hunt from his opponent, but we don't have the units here, and I'm starting to wonder why we don't have more of a, you know, more of a diverse composition here, because now we look over on the side of Matthew and we've got all these herdmen out, and they're going to tear through those horses, you know, 4 attack but a 4 times multiplier versus cavalry, and the Hursar are going to tear through the centaur. So if we take a straight up engage, I don't see a world where Matthew can lose this engage. I am curious why he's not grabbing any of these relics. You know, some of these do provide value. We probably want to grab those. Temple improvements cheaper. There's a couple Hursar upgrades we'd want to get. Farms, are we transitioning? We're starting to transition to farms. We're out of food, so I would like to see that relic picked up. Maybe we're getting an armory and a temple right here to just drop them all in. We'll have to see what they do. Do we have any inklings of heroic age yet? Food's starting to stack up for both these civs. Looks like Matthew might be actually looking for it, stacking up the food, stacking up the gold. He's in a good position. We'll see if he takes this fight, but yeah, we do see what looks like a heroic age coming in, just getting a couple more units out here, making sure he's got enough strength to get that heroic age out. Villagers coming really far out for the hunt outside the safety of the wall. We'll look at the visibility that Batu has. He has seen this hunt. He knows it's there. Knows the gold mine and TC are there. But we have an engage going in, and now Batu running out of gold inside of his own base, trying to expand to this gold out here. But look at the army from Matthew. It's just way bigger. Centaurs not really doing enough damage. The nerf to these centaurs, maybe this is enough. If we get the micro, yep, we got the Hursar on them, pulling them back. And this is some disastrous damage to Batu's base. And where does he go with his villagers here? He's getting them all into wood. Is he looking for gold elsewhere? Because this gold mine, unavailable now, completely in the control of Matthew. I imagine he's going to be getting some infrastructure around this as well. And how do you contest this? How do you take back over this gold mine? It's going to be incredibly difficult. Villagers still out in the hunt. Still the only one farm that we've got here. Really good from the econ. You know, I would like to see these centaurs even just leaving this army, getting out for a raid elsewhere. I am a bit confused about the throwing axemen still coming through. We don't see a single infantry unit coming out. Oh, actually, we've got 2 hoplite out in there. So if we micro those axemen on the hoplite, there you go. That's their use. Just taking a quick sip of my coffee here. And this does look really good for Matthew. I would be surprised if he loses this game at this point. Still no heroic age coming in. We've got the upgrade for cavalry and centaurs. You know, I am somewhat curious why we didn't go for this sooner, based on the fact that our entire army has been cavalry and centaur. That might have, you know, 10% speed for each. I think gets it right in line with the raiding cav. Really strong there. And then bonus attack damage for both, which is really nice. And what do we have over here? Raiding cav looking for a way in, really just making sure that we don't have a 2TC play going here. That's one way that we could see Batu get back into this game. Villagers doing a bit of a long hunt walking all the way back to the ox cart. Forgot to pull that over there. That happens though. Got just the one relic picked up still. Why aren't we picking these up? Doesn't take any time at all, honestly. Might want to take those, but so far, let's see if Batu has any gold production. He does. He moved on down here, getting a market out, preempting the fact that he may need extra gold, and we do see age up starting to tick on through. We've got Njord coming in, so the mountain giant walking woods looking for a finisher, likely. Feels good about his position in this game, getting armory improvements, getting another Valkyrie out, getting the age up. We're probably going to see a big push here, and looks like the TC coming out as well. I missed a little bit of this fight here. Apologies for that. But, you know, these 2 players just kind of dancing back and forth on the battleground. A lot going on gold, and he found it. Look at that, the raiding cav keeping an eye on the gold, and this is going to be bad. Do we see we don't have enough favor for a ceasefire. Villagers actually going to fight it out. Fetters of Fenrir, do we have it? No, we don't. Double attack for these villagers could have been quite good here, but I don't know. This seems like Batu might just be giving up at this point. Once he sees that age up come through, I mean, these villagers fighting, they're getting a couple kills, but how many villagers have gone down? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got more going down, and that's actually going to be it. Gonna call it, sees the heroic age come up, sees the units on his gold, realizes there's no gold accessible for him, and he's just gonna go ahead and call the game. And I do think it was probably the right choice. I don't see a way back into this game for Batu, but really clinical game for Matthew. Loved getting the units out early, getting the pressure, taking over different parts of the map. You know, we got this forward base here, eventually got the town center, but this forward base was really to secure this gold, was to secure this gold, secure the hunt that we've got secured here. Didn't need the relics at all, so you know, not gonna critique that, even if you could pick them up really quickly. But really nice game overall, great matchup. Didn't see the age up coming through. Honestly, very one-sided matchup. It looked like Matthew was in control that whole time from the very beginning. So really great game. Appreciate everyone watching, and as I've been saying, I've been trying to improve the sound quality, the video quality of these videos. So if things are getting better, let me know. If things are getting worse, let me know, and I'll keep trying to make those improvements. But thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you in the next one.